Hey guys, it's Connor with Fountainhead Mechanical. We're here today at another multifamily residential building. We're taking a look at the atmospheric expansion tank that we have here. These expansion tanks, they operate the same as the other styles that we have, like a bladder style. Now, they do the exact same job. There's just different styles that you can get in different models. They all come in different shapes and sizes. So what this thing actually does for the heating system is it takes the expansion and contraction of the heating media when we heat it up or when our boilers go into a warm weather shutdown and the media cools down. The closest way to kind of compare it would be if you get in your vehicle on a nice cold day and you see your low tire pressure sensor beeping at you, and then you drive for a couple kilometers and all of a sudden that tire pressure sensor goes away. It's the same idea here, where as we heat it up, we're having that expansion and we need a place for it to go. And then when it cools down again, then we need to reintroduce that media back into the system somehow. So this is kind of how we do that. As we look at this expansion tank, you'll notice that we have almost an equal divide between our water level and our air level. The reason we have that is as our heating media expands, we'll actually see the level increase due to the fact that water can't compress. Now, our air side, that can compress, so the pressure will still stay the same, it'll just be in the smaller area. So as our heating system begins to cool down, that pressure will then force the heating media back into our system to ensure that we have the proper level throughout the entire building. So in the event that this expansion tank was to become waterlogged, unfortunately, we won't know that this exact thing has happened. There might be symptoms that we see in the building, such as tenants, maybe they don't have as much heat as they desire. There's many different things that this can cause symptoms for. So one thing that's really important is that we're here on a every 3-month basis, and we're actually taking a look at the sight glass and making sure that this is staying around the same level and that we're not actually gaining water pressure in here and losing the air charge on our expansion tank. If that was to happen, the way that we fix that is we can cut the tank from the system and then we can actually drain it down on the other side. We'll get atmospheric air in there, and then we can open the tank back up to the system, we'll refill it with media, and then we'll have that nice air pocket at the top like we're seeing here currently. So just going into some of the piping practices that we have when we're installing these expansion tanks is we want to make sure that we're installing them on the suction side of our pumps. Same with the other bladder style. We don't want to be pumping into the expansion tank. We want this to be an area for the expansion contraction to go. We don't want it to be taking some of the pressure that we're generating from our pump. So again, we want to make sure that our inlet to the tank is piped in on the upstream side of our pumps and not the downstream side of our pumps.